Texas Boys Outdoors.
We're here at the Bolivar Yacht Basin with our good friends here. About to fuel up, get some bait, head out with Captain Brian Bronner, Crystal Beach Charter. We fish with Brian quite a bit. We have a special guest today, Marine Sergeant Joseph Molis from out of Galveston, Texas, and our good friends at the Woodlands High School bass fishing team, Laguna Rods and Lou's Reels all helped out with this. They're gonna hook him up with a brand new Laguna 7-foot popping rod, just an awesome spinning rod. Lou's Reel, you're ready to rock and roll, man. We appreciate your service.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. We're gonna get out here in East Bay and break in the new rod, hopefully on some big trout.
Break it in right.
Break it.
Forward to it.
Go with a little artificial bait and some live shrimp. And here in Texas, you can't really go wrong with live shrimp. If it swims in the Gulf, it'll eat a live shrimp. Now, where are we going to start off today, Captain Brian?
We got a lot of fresh water in the bay still from all the storms that we've had, and a lot of the saltier water is pushed on this side. So we're going to start on some drop-offs and shell, pretty close here to the marina, kind of out in the middle on the way to a couple of reefs, and we're just going to hit it and see what we can find today.
Yeah, get out there and see if we can do it to it. Like I said, we have our buddy Mark LeBlanc, who actually won the raffle a few weeks ago out on the trip with us today, and Marine Sergeant Joseph Molis. Both of these guys haven't fished with us before, so we're going to get out here and try to get it done Texas boy style. All right, here on Galveston East Bay, today we have a couple guys going to throw artificial, and then our buddy Joseph's going to use some live shrimp. So what we'll do is hook them right here in this horn, and it doesn't hurt them at all, and you can see good and lively. Don't get in the water and just swim around, and it can be real lively and a lot of action. That's what them trout, you know, you get a reaction bite on those shrimp. They see that shrimp popping around, they come up and just want to whack it.
Everybody likes shrimp.
But yeah, we eat shrimp, fish eat shrimp. Our buddy Joseph with the new Laguna rod, and see if we can catch a monster. Got the old tidal surge split tail, one of my favorite, plum with chartreuse tail with some fins braided line. Trying to get a bite. Good trout. Nice job, man. There you go. Just keep that line on him. He came up and shook. I think it's a good trout. Speckled trout. Good job, man. You broke the ice.
Broke the ice.
Nice. We got the first speckled trout with the new Laguna rod. Beautiful fish. Doing it again.
That's what he's here for.
Yep. That's one of the better fish, I think.
Yeah.
That's good. Nice job, Joseph.
First, you get these tonight. Is that a spec?
That's a good time.
Yeah,
That's 18, 19 inch trout. Good job, man. Nice one. Is that your first
They
good
right
trout?
there by the boat too.
Might be my first trout.
Yeah, that's a nice
You know,
trout.
keeper.
$1 bill if that was a catfish.
I was trying to stall really hard and let Joseph get one before me.
What was that, Roy? You did what, Roy?
I was stalling so that Joseph could catch a fish before me, so now my job is done. So now I'm gonna
Because you missed those two on purpose?
Yes, I did. That's the kind of guy I am, Sean. You wouldn't do stuff like
I
that.
appreciate that.
You see me underneath the boat trying to get it to come off?
Yeah.
Got it. Good fish, too. This is a good fish. Hey, this ain't no little barely keeper. This is a good fish. Dude, that was sweet looking. Hope you got that.
Gaff top.
Oh, I hope it ain't no gaff top.
Get the pocket knife. Let's cut it damn low.
It is fighting like a gaff top, Brian. Oh, no. If it's a trout, it's a big trout. But if it's a gaff top, it may not be that big.
Oh, that's a gaff trout. It's pulling straight down. Maybe it's a big flounder.
No, I think it's black.
It's a flounder?
No, I think it's
They just something above it.
yeah.
Ah, yeah. Get that gaff
I was
top.
wondering why the cork kind of slowly
Gaff
just
top,
take it off.
Roy. Right there.
The catfish king.
Don't it?
Little sand trout. Is that a croaker?
Croaker.
Holy moly. Let's go.
Hold it out. It's gonna be big. That's a mammoth. Hold it out. Look at the size of that beast. I can't even hold it. It's so big.
Okay.
Discover Gulf Coast Auto Park, where thousands buy the way millions wish they could. We deliver. We've been doing business the right way for over 20 years. We deliver. Whether you're buying your first car or trading up, we've got you covered with the largest selection of the most dependable, fuel-saving, luxury, muscle, and tough in Brazoria County. And we deliver anywhere. Stop by Gulf Coast Auto Park or shop our full line of new and used vehicles at gulfcoast.net today. We will deliver for you.
Howdy, this is Texas Roy. I started working with these guys about 4 years ago after I took them my first buck with a bow. I was amazed at the overall quality and how realistic my mount turned out. When you get that trophy that you want to show off proudly at the house on the wall, don't settle for anything but the best. Whether it's a full body mount, shoulder mount, or the $75 Euro mount, check out Taxidermy Designs over in Tomball, Texas.
Mark.
I don't know. Somebody said big trout. That looks like a 14-inch.
He looked big in the water.
He felt big. Hey, fish. Good job.
Thanks, sir.
Roy, what do you got?
Got some chocolate chip cookies, bag of chips. Here you go, Matt. 32. I think it's
Minus 30.
speckled trout.
Finally caught a fish. Roy Crush.
And about 14 inches.
Yeah.
All that excitement and he wasn't big enough.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah, as soon as you said that.
Good one. Oh, that's a good fish. But he's not big, but he's 15. I think he's 15.
Cowboy Sean trying to catch him a big one. My buddy Sergeant Joseph Molis went over there and fought in Iraq. You said, when did you get to, when was your first tour, Joseph?
2005, I deployed to Fallujah, Iraq. That was my first tour, 7-month tour.
Is it that first time, your first one, was your first child born at that time, or?
No, he was born in 2007,
Okay.
after I got back.
What was that first tour like?
There's a lot of improvised explosive devices, which are basically bombs. They hid from us in the roads, and we got hit by a couple. With my job, we found a lot of them with the metal detectors.
That was one of your jobs over there, was to search for that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we find them and blow them up in place. We did urban demolitions.
Oh, wow. And what was your first real bad experience over there as far as something, something went wrong?
2005 was the first time I actually got hit by an IED. I was driving. My passenger was the corpsman. He got hit on his side of the vehicle and got knocked out unconscious. But I survived that one, and we made it back to camp.
Wow.
And about a year later, I got deployed again in 2007. And that's when I got hurt pretty bad.
Where did you get deployed that time?
Same place, Fallujah, Iraq.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the one you said that got you and took out 2 of your guys, huh?
Correct. Yeah, we hit an improvised explosive device, an IED, and it hit us in the back, and it killed both of my guys in the back seat. Me and my driver survived. I got a traumatic brain injury. I had to relearn how to walk straight. I stuttered a lot. I forgot math.
Wow, your motor skill, it affected all your motor skill,
Correct,
learning skills,
yeah.
everything, huh? Wow.
I forgot my wife's name when she showed up at the hospital.
Man, that's crazy.
And after a couple years, I finally started getting it all back. I still have problems, but nobody else notices them but me.
Mm-hmm.
And but I'm slowly getting it all back.
That's awesome. You were saying earlier too, one of the guys you lost, y'all on the same, platoon or whatever you call it. You said you go up to, he's from, was it Oregon?
Yeah, he's from Oregon. And I go up there and I do a half marathon with his family.
That's awesome.
In his hometown. It's called the Hero Half. And I carry a full-size American flag the whole way in his honor.
That's awesome, man. You know, supporting those guys even after they're gone, that's a pretty cool deal.
Definitely. Just letting his family know, you know, he's always going to be remembered and never forgotten.
What were their names?
Dale Peterson and Jonathan Kurt.
Oh, that's awesome.
I named my my 1.5-year-old after both of them. So his name's Jonathan Dale Molis.
Oh, that's really cool. Honor your brothers, huh?
Correct.
That's awesome, man. We certainly appreciate you, going there and putting your life on the line for all of us so we can get out here and fish and do the things we probably take for granted sometimes.
Definitely. Thank you.
No problem. And then there's this guy. Sean served at Sam Houston State University.
Yeah, I served the city of Houston.
At the Fox Platoon.
I'm saving lives in the 5th Ward.
Actually, yeah, he is saving lives. He's a Houston firefighter.
Are you really?
Yep.
In the 5th Ward?
Yeah, right outside of it. It's close enough to it.
Then we got our buddy Mark LeBlanc. And Mark actually, some of you might have known on our Facebook page about 3 weeks ago, we had a raffle helping raise some money for Texas Boys. And Mark bought, I think, 10 tickets. And we had the lucky, one of those tickets was the lucky ticket. So he's here today learning how to backlash and catch hardheads and mullet.
No.
That's what we teach here at Texas Boys.
Yeah, but I don't feel like no trout.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cowboy Sean hooked up.
I might have hooked your favorite fish, gaff top.
Oh, you got a hardhead? My favorite.
Staying down.
Might be a good fish. Sean been known to
Big
catch a
gaff
slimer.
top.
That is a
It's
big
a
gaff
big
top.
gaff
He is a big one.
Oh,
That is a big gaff top. Sean, you might have to get a picture with that thing.
Yeah.
I would. That's actually
You have BOGO grips?
That's a nice one.
Yeah. We can do some BOGO grips.
Picture of a gaff top.
Your wife's gonna be
Sean with his trophy gaff top, man.
Adam James, what you got on this?
He said he went to Adam James gaff top seminar at the Houston Fishing Show. And
look what he showed
boom.
me to do. Boom. Works every time.
You said Adam taught you first?
Adam taught me. Look at this.
That's awesome, man.
That's a nice size.
Oh man, you're on camera.
Hey, Roy, you go ahead and keep all the fish, okay?
I don't want to have to clean all those, man.
I know.
I gotta get out of here.
Doesn't he?
All right, had a really good time today. Our good buddy Captain Brian Bronner, Sergeant Joseph Molis from the United States Marines, and our buddy Mark LeBlanc who won the giveaway like we said. The bite was tough today. We had a post front, bay still in rough shape, a lot of fresh water in it from all the rain and the high winds yesterday. We still got out there and grinded away, caught a few fish. I want to thank Captain Brian as always for getting us out here. Here at Texas Boys Outdoors, we do a lot of trips lately trying to get footage for the show. You know, sometimes everything doesn't always go as planned, and not every trip you go on do you just get enough footage for a full episode. You know, anything can happen. You have bad weather, just all kind of everything in between sometimes. And so we're going to show you guys some footage from some trips that didn't make a full episode, but it doesn't mean it's good footage. So check this out. We got some good stuff, some bad stuff, some funny stuff, and everything in between. So let's check it out. It's mid-April, about to go do some hog hunting, Texas Boys style. About to stop and pick up Buckshot Bobby at his new house here. This ought to be interesting. Let's go pick up Buckshot.
Meanwhile, in East Texas, you got Buckshot Bobby just hanging out, slapping mosquitoes. Man, you got a lovely home. What's going on, boss? Hey, what's going on?
Where have you been?
Oh, just hanging out.
Taking me perch fishing?
We're gonna do some perch jerking. Oh my God!
Let's go, man.
You
Come on.
a little wired up.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Buckshot Bobby, the legend. The house looks great, man.
Thanks, man.
Cool bike.
I've been working on the yard a little bit.
Yeah, I can tell, man.
Decorations.
You got that little toilet or latrine? Oh, just okay.
We just pee off the porch.
Just pee off the porch, I bet. Looks
Me,
like a good
me and the
peeing
wife.
porch. You and the wife. Always such a good time getting to fish with my buddy Jim West. Captain West has been fishing East Bay and the overall Galveston Bay system for such a long time. He's one of the premier guides out here. Just really knows the bay well. Great fisherman. And to get to bring Little Roy on this trip was really a special deal. It's his first time to get to do any serious wade fishing with me. He's out there throwing corkies and tidal surge and down south lures, and just to have your son out there wading with you, the evening like that was just a really special experience. And to see him catch some trout was a pretty cool deal too, man. So that was a really good time. Here's some really good stuff from a fun trip we had with Ryan Bentley and Hayes Strickland, some friends of ours from the Woodlands High School bass fishing team that, some great kids, really good fishermen. They had actually never been saltwater fishing, so this is a cool deal. These guys are top-notch bass fishermen on the local high school team, do a real good job, and it was cool getting them out there and let them, experience something totally different, get out there in that saltwater, and they caught some really nice fish, including a couple of big trout. So it was a really cool day with our buddy Captain Sean Abear of Tidal Surge Lures, and just a good time with some good kids.
Big old trout. Big trout.
What?
Yeah. Keep that. Hold your rod up.
It's a huge trout, man. I ain't joking. For your first trout, you just did a real good job.
Oh my God.
Giant trout. Swing it one more time, he'll get it. Oh, come on.
Sorry. Oh my.
All right, come around. Keep that line tight.
Don't touch it with your hands, Hayes. This ain't no bass, that's for sure.
That's a 26. That's a big trout, dude. Good job, Hayes.
That's a big trout.
That is, man.
That is a big
Trout, man. Good job, Hayes. Give me 5, man. Good job.
This new speed spool is lighter, faster, and stronger. Trust me, you're gonna like what you see. This new speed spool from Lew's has a lower profile and it fits my hand a lot better. The smaller frame and the skeletal reel foot, that's where we got rid of most of the weight. This reel has an all-metal one-piece frame, 10 shielded ball bearing system with a 0 reverse clutch bearing. The new speed spool from Lew's, lighter, faster, stronger. Feel the difference.
Change something up.
So far this morning we've had probably 15 to 20 blow-ups on the frog. They're just right behind it. So what we're going to do and what we've done is switched over to a Gary Yamamoto Senko.
Lake Conroe, Texas. And boy, was this a fun day for me. I'd actually grown up in the Conroe area, so just grew up fishing Conroe. And I've got so many fun memories as a kid, but I hadn't been back hardly at all in fishing the last 10 or 12 years, and so it was a really good time to get out there with our buddy Lamar Ward of W4 Outdoors, who's also a kind of a Texas bass pro, fishes a lot of tournaments around in the state, and really knows Conroe well. So me and Sean got out there with him and had a good time catching these big old bass. We had to use jerk worms and these topwater frogs. Just a great time with some good buddies, and looking forward to hitting Lake Conroe again with Lamar.
Good bass. Oh man, that's a good one.
Nice.
All right, good job, brother.
He's been hiding the secret bait from us all morning, man. Here, Roy, you use this. This doesn't work. No, I'm kidding. Mark hooked up with another one. Good one. So you're gonna take us to a secret spot, and he wasn't joking. Nice bass. Good bass. There we go. About a 4 or 5 pounder.
Good one.
Yep.
Oh, we got his follower.
Yeah, that's one bad. He saw him catch it. I'll get some pictures. That's a good one.
The quality of these fish in Conroe are so good. These fish are in
very
great
healthy.
shape, great shape.
This one here was really a special trip. We had Billy and Chris Lee. Young Billy is a young kid battling cancer, going through a real tough time the last few months, still in the middle of going through chemo, and just Dad said he really wanted to get out there and fish, so that's exactly what we did. Got out there with Captain Brian as always and had a really good time, and it sure was great seeing this kid get a smile on his face, reeling in a few of them big old drums. Just had a real good time, and definitely it's still in our prayers, and wishing little Billy the best.
He'll get tired in a minute. Your right one or your left one? Left. That's a big fish, man. He's strong. That was quick. I got one. Oh, this is a big one. I think this is a big one.
This was a really good time. Caught some big old redfish. We had our buddy Rick Leffingfell, whose nephew Aiden had just lost his father a few months back. Rick said that the dad, one of his only wishes was that the kid would have been more involved in hunting and fishing. So we got a great opportunity. We took him out. We were on Galveston. We were actually in Trinity Bay with our buddy Captain Billy Pinnock out there. We caught some speckled trout, some big old drum, and you can see on the video he caught a big old redfish. So can't beat that, man. Good time with some good friends, and that was a really cool trip.
Man, here we are back at the RV, the ranch, Texas Boys Ranch. We got old Joe Dirt, Bobby, hanging out, just ready to play some poker. How you doing there, Bobby?
I'm doing pretty good, Roy. How are you? Just trying to clean this blood out from under my fingernails.
You been jamming some, what, Iron Maiden, or what are you, some Slayer? What's been the jam lately, man, with that hair?
It's 2013, buddy. It's Justin Bieber.
You got Bieber fever?
You know.